Well, Mickey Mouse is probably the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word Disney. For me, it's the theme parks and the hundreds of different animated films that they have produced over the years. Let's be clear, I'm a Disney fan. I don't agree with all the company's decisions creatively and business-wise, but at the end of the day, I still go to sleep looking at my wall of ears and sleeping in my Mickey pajama pants. Even if you don't like Disney, you can't deny the worldwide phenomenon it is. While there is so much I could talk about when it comes to the Mouse House, I really want to focus on Disney animated films and why, from a writing perspective, do so many people connect with these films. Starting off, I'd like to take a look at the Disney Renaissance. As many know, the Disney Renaissance was from the years of 1989 through 1999, where the classics such as The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Mulan, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast were released. These are now classic films that are integral to the company's identity, and it almost feels as if these films have been around for forever because they are so ingrained in pop culture. In most recent years, Disney Animation has made a lot of gems as well, including Moana, Tangled, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, and of course Frozen, all of which I think deserve discussions of their own. But what created the idea of the Disney film? Disney in itself is now a genre, just like Marvel and Star Wars could be considered a genre because there's so much content in so many different forms within the same universe. I think when it comes to looking at Disney animation as a genre, we need to look at a few things that make these films iconic and timeless. First of all, they're original. While one could say that many of the Disney films in the Renaissance era are based on pre-existing movies or fables, they take a look at them in a fresh and new way. Unlike today, where Disney rips off their own films by creating live-action versions of their popular animated films, this was different. It was getting inspiration from stories to create something new. These films were successful because they were new and exciting stories being told through animation, a medium which has endless possibilities. Hamlet could be set in the savannah with talking lions because it was through animation and it was believable. I know what you're thinking. Don't even bring up the live-action Lion King. It didn't even happen. There'll be a whole video on that later talking about why that movie fell short. Anyway, through this gorgeous animation, Disney could now tell stories and push the technology in ways that it never was before. It was exciting to watch Tarzan swinging through the vines, and the ballroom scene in Beauty and the Beast was grand and sweeping. What all of the Renaissance films have in common is a huge scale. While Pixar focuses on more personal stories, Disney Animation focuses on epic spectacle. When they promised a magic carpet and genie, they delivered and did not reserve themselves in showing how the medium of animation was a gateway to show anything they wanted. What I find really interesting is how crazy similar the themes and the lead characters in all of the Disney Renaissance films are. Picture this. A lead character yearning for something more than life is giving them. They want an escape from their current world in search of something new. But what they need to do is accept who they really are to save their old world so they can be the heroes in the new one. What film did I just describe? Well, all of them. Think of it, Mulan wanting more to be just a wife as she sets out to be a soldier. She in turn saves China by embracing who she is and now lives happily in the new world she has created. In Lion King, Simba runs away from the life he has out of regret for his father. He sets out and pretends he isn't the king. Eventually, he has to embrace his true self as the king to save the Pride Lands and live happily in the new world. In Tarzan, he yearns to learn more of the human world and pretends to be fully human. It isn't until he embraces his true self as both part of the ape and the human world does he save his friends and family, and he can finally find love in the new world. I could go on, but I think you all get the point. But what does this all mean? A lot of movies have similar themes and characters. I think with the Disney Renaissance, Disney was hitting on characters and themes that really spoke to a lot of people. At one point in our lives, we all yearn to be somewhere else or to be something else. We all dream of adventure in the great wide somewhere, and when adventure comes, we all want to be brave enough to accept it and fight for it. But I think the biggest thing that the themes of this film are telling us is to be ourselves. At the end of the day, you can dream to be the prince or not the prince, or a human or not a beast, but only by being true to ourselves can we actually fight off our inner demons. Aladdin defeats Jafar by being the street rat that he is. He uses his cunning and his resources to defeat the villain. Tarzan saves the jungle by accepting both the human elements of him and the ape elements. Modern society often encourages us to shield our true selves in a lot of ways. We are held to certain societal standards that isn't always true to ourselves. Sometimes we change our passions because they won't grant us monetary success. We don't love certain people because the world may frown upon our love. We sometimes hide from our potential because we fear it will be too hard to live up to. We love these films because they unquestionably tell us over and over and over again that the only way we will find happiness in our world is if we are true to ourselves and remember who we are. Because at the end of the day, you can pretend to be a prince or a soldier, but only by embracing our core identity, the identity that society may deem unacceptable, can we truly live up to the potential in our hearts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it today. Honestly, I love the Disney Renaissance films, and I just want to go back and rewatch all of them. What is your favorite Disney Renaissance film? I would love to hear it down in the comments down below. I just love delving into Disney history and thinking about why we as people gravitate towards certain stories more than others. So hit that like button, make sure you subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remember, adventure starts with you.